Hello everybody and bright blessings. Lady Leeanna with another edition of Tarot Card Lessons Made Easy, where we have already highlighted the major arcana cards and we've began on the minor arcana, starting with the wands or staffs or staves or clubs, depending on whatever you prefer to call them. And we've made it through, and I call them the wands, so bear with me. We've made it through the 6 of Wands, and now we're going into the 7 of Wands. You should have already dug yours out by now and be looking at this card, the 7 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. Alright? Now, as you may know, the wands are all about growth within oneself, growth in position or reaching goals, climbing or escalating in position or knowledge and wisdom. That is what your wands generally signify, growth. Okay, now in the 7 of Wands, it shows a man who's very focused and very intent on reaching his goal of fighting back the hordes, which are only signified by the ones that are sticking up below him. He's standing on a high rock, and his opponents are in the lower part of the card, not shown except by the ones. Okay, but they are trying to battle him, although they're not really trying too hard, obviously. Maybe they don't want the same thing he does, not really. Or maybe they've already made it there and they're lazy about it. But him, he is very focused. He's very decisive on the fact of what he wants and what he is trying for. And so he's going to keep trying. The card itself represents battles and fights that are going to be there. It does show that one has already gained a certain higher ground, that the subject of the reading has already gained a certain higher ground in the matter of business or affairs that he is embarking on. And so he's gotten a little bit of a success behind him. But there's battles and fights that are definitely still going to be there. And as long as he holds his focus, as long as he stays motivated and self-applicating, then he's going to make it to where he wants to be. It does show that, you know, in relationship, times can be very trying. And it's a time when you should hold your ground in relationship when trying to get what you want or what you feel is right, and you will more than likely get that which is wanted. The other cards in the layout would dictate as to what it is that you're trying for, whether it's to do with love and relationship or whether it's to do with money and business. In business, it would be saying that you've acquired a business and you're fighting against opponents that are trying to get the same contracts or trying to get above you, you know, with the people. Or shows on a job, you trying to win favor with the boss, and you've gained some ground in doing so, but you have others that are trying to do the same. A raise may mean that you are about to get a raise, but you may have to keep talking about it. You may have to keep putting the words in. If you're trying to get a job, then it would mean that you should not just put in an application or two, but put them in everywhere, for one thing. And for another thing, stay on top of it. You know, double check back. Run them around, answering the phones on you. You know, check and double check. You know, let them know you're truly interested. Otherwise, they could just brush you aside and choose another applicant. Okay? Now, in life, it means that you're having bad battles against creditors or debtors. And it says, as long as you keep applying force, you can get above those. You can get caught up. So it has a little bit to do with everything there. It's just the other cards that will help you to decide what it is that it's trying to tell you. In the upside down position, let's see, I have that in the upside down, yes, okay. Okay, in the upside down position, it means that you are at a vulnerable place, that you're on lower ground, and that you may possibly lose whatever it is that you're battling. It also says that you could lose in battles against stillness. It also says that you can be victorized over by opponents while trying to gain the higher position within your workplace. And let's see, in the love area of things, it says hold back, abide your time, be patient. You know, don't try to get like a bull in a china closet there and making suggestions or controlling another. You need to sit back, chill out, you know, and just kind of be subtle as well as flexible and giving, you know. If you don't, you know, apply flexibility to yourself within relationship, wherever it deals with the person you truly care about, battles and fights within your relationship could end with divorce or separation. So, not very good. It means that also it could be saying to you that you're very defensive, okay, and that may have to do with love, or it could have to do with being on a job, you know, but being in a defensive position isn't always good. Actually, being defensive isn't really ever good, but it gets even worse. You know, with this card, it shows that you're not growing within yourself, you're acting like a child, stubborn and bullheaded. Other people would win over you because you may be acting kid-like, you know. So very, very negative card in the upside down position as far as the way you want people to view you. And so take it easy, sit back, be flexible with your mate, otherwise you could lose them. Let's see. Now, your 8 of Wands talks about haste, hope, movement, speed, approach to goals that promise rewards, a flight or travel. Let's see. And basically what it's saying here is the subject of the reading is quickly approaching their goals that promises rewards. Great achievements can be acquired if it's in matters of sports, and you may receive a lot of honors or trophies. Let's see. It also can represent making a flight or a trip toward your great love, the one that you've been apart from, that you want to be with. Let's see. Haste, quickly getting where you want to be, toward the top. Let's see. Generally, see, with the water below the Wands, it talks about love, flowing love. And it means that you're a person of emotion. Now, along with the fact that the arrows are traveling through the air, the Wands, they're traveling through the air, this representing communication, you know, and it shows a lot of strength within communication. Says that you can make an impact if you're talking to somebody on the phone about business. This would be a good time to do it. If you are communicating with a love that's far away and you've had trouble in the past, you could smooth things over at this point. So, haste, hope, movement, the arrows of love, approach to goals that promise rewards, great achievements, communicational skills are now very much needed and great to be used. You can talk about anything and make a big point, and it don't necessarily have to be with phone or emails or internet. I mean, it can be in person. The power of communication is in the spirit of air. in the element of air. And you should use that at this particular point because you'll make a lot of headway. But the arrows of movement, your life speeding up, things taking off in a good way, breaking of boredom, applying yourself to new skills, hobbies, traits, getting out more, you know, interacting with other people is now going to transpire or will happen in the near future depending on where it is in the layout. But altogether a good card and a lot of growth. It also can be saying traveling in a large group with a bunch of other people. It can also represent hunting and skill within hunting, a good hunt. Okay. Now, in the upside down position, the Eight of Wands would represent jealousy, quarrels, domestic disputes, not getting anywhere fast, not making any headway, feeling stagnant and suspended. Okay. Bad place or point to be actually trying to talk to anybody. Lay low. Take it easy. You need to draw back for a while until you come into a better place within yourself and with somebody that you've ticked off. If you've ticked somebody off, then, and you get this card to do with them, then you may want to draw back. Let them have a little bit of a timeout to rebound. You know, things will come back to good, but it's going to take some time. Anyway, I hope that you've gotten out of this card what you need. It's actually a pretty good card. There's a few things you should reflect into, and as I always specify, you should go into it and meditate on each card for about 20 minutes, you know, each time that you think about that particular card, and really go deep with it. I mean, because there is a lot there, and more than what I can give you in just one setting whenever I'm not going by scripts and doing these videos. Okay, but, you know, apply yourself to finding out the deepest meanings in these cards. Look for different symbols within it that maybe I didn't mention. Look at the color of his clothes. What does that say to you? The color of his boots. Talk to me about it in the discussions below. I'll be glad to hear from you. And that's what I try to do here is get everybody involved. Talk about what you feel about the card and give the rest of us a new perspective on it. By all means, rate, comment, and subscribe if you will to help keep the channel moving along. You take care and bye-bye now.